Welcome everyone, I'm Detective Nancy and I've been asked to speak here at this town hall regarding a nationwide epidemic that's killing 1 in 100 people.
I thought it was 1 in 1,000.
No, the epidemic we're talking about is road rage driven accidents.
I know what you mean. I got cut off by a see you next Tuesday on the way here.
We've thrown our town's top doctor, Dr. Ouchie, at this problem. And he's cooked up, in just one weekend, the cure. Opioids. Research has shown that those who drive under the influence of opioids are far less likely to exhibit aggression on the road and thus not take the risks that lead to fatal car accidents. Currently, the only people participating in the cure are white suburbanites, old people with sports injuries that never even played football, and out-of-work manual laborers. But we need to expand this to the entire population to keep everyone safe.
Most of us really only drive to the grocery store to mail a package. I mean, that's not really an occasion to get involved in road rage.
Yeah, well, the problem with road rage is more than 80% of people on the road are what's called asymptomatic. 1 minute they're singing along with their favorite Justin Bieber song, and the next minute someone goes to turn without putting a blinker on. The anger spreads 10 cars over to Granny, who's given both middle fingers as she's barreling 80 miles an hour over school children in a pumpkin patch.
That old see you next Tuesday.
We can't have this kind of danger on the road. Since first recommending this treatment, we've not seen the reduction we're looking to make in those core morbidities, but I think it's time that we blame the continued rage on the unmedicated.
Yeah. Let's put a boot up their ass.
We are here to talk about the need to consider mandating opioids for the entire town. Now, I know, this America and all. We're gonna go ahead and ease the transition with a free donut for everyone who fills their first prescription.
Well, I'm not gonna put something in my body that's known to cause constipation. Sure, it might feel good going in, but I'm not gonna lube up every time I feel the biological urge while sitting on the can.
What would you say to someone who's uncomfortable with all of this, given that research shows overdoses cause as many deaths as traffic accidents?
Well, I would say that ever since this new fashion trend popped up of people driving alone in their cars with face masks on, it's made drivers feel even more anonymous, like they're on the internet. This new variant of road rage is even more contagious than the last variety, when people could see each other's faces.
I think it's time we fight aggressive driving with even more aggression.
Well, I don't feel safe with all these Teslas on the road.
I have the right to choose what penetrates me. I'm not aggressive at all. I'm nice!
I just came here for the donuts.
Now, we can't fully open the roads until the threat has passed. We're gonna need rolling road closures to stop the speeders from dangerous road events until most people are medicated.
Isn't that just gonna piss off the unmedicated?
Yeah, but we want to make the medicated angry. The medicated get road rage due to the lane closures and take it out on the unmedicated. It drives home the point for us.
Yeah, what about us food delivery drivers who are now stuck on the roads because the unmedicated are too afraid to ride bumper to bumper anymore? So they have to keep their distance to prevent road rage. With all these delays, there's no way I can ensure the order is accurate now.
If we shut down all the roads and keep people from driving, the economy crashes and my tax embezzlement scheme doesn't work.
Okay. So what I'm hearing is, our gridlock plan is doing a good job of keeping you both alive and angry.
Well, maybe some of us don't want to be medicated because some of us don't trust you. And things like this make us trust you even less.
Yeah, and maybe some of us don't want to be coerced into taking pharmaceuticals when we have more natural medicines at our disposal. I work from home,
and I only drive once a week to go to my hot yoga sessions. I'm certainly not going to rage on the way home unless I'm parked behind a McDonald's dumpster and in the back seat.
What about those of us with small wings and large tires who tower over the rest of traffic, but we're immune to road rage? Why are we being forced to medicate? Well, what about us law-abiding pillbillies who leave the pharmacy once a month with bags of prescriptions for all our ailments? I was a victim of a road rage accident just because I was trying to go slow to avoid law enforcement attention. Now I'm left getting treatment for the rest of my life. I could have been getting opioid treatment to begin with and never had this problem. You know, it's selfish of you people to make someone else go through this.
Well, for once I agree with Bilbo Baggins. We can't put our children at risk who drive in the back seat with us but are too young for opioids. Our aging parents who watch them are afraid to drive at night, so they have to leave by 3 p.m. to beat traffic while the sun is still up. We need to medicate ourselves so we can deal with both the young and the old.
Actually, the FDA just approved opioids for children under the age of 12.
Yeah. And the FDA approved zebra cakes as food. And everyone knows only the cream filling is food. Doesn't being medicated induce a patient's system to become more and more dependent on the medication? So once you accept treatment, you have to take booster pills every 6 months? I mean, hours?
Yeah! What are you trying to pull a fast one, Detective Nancy?
So what is it you folks think is going on here, That we just made up road rage and offered you the opioid solution to get you to stop chanting defund the police? The first couple hits are free, but ultimately become dependent on us for your health and well-being? That in fact we grow more powerful and gain in numbers, fueled by the money you're going to spend to be well. And now we have a precedent to mandate that you take all sorts of meds that are approved and in the pipeline.
Yeah, in fact, I do!
You're intoxicated with power, Detective Nancy!
Don't you all just want this road rage epidemic to go away so we can get back to our pointless drives?
Donuts.
Well, I'm a graduate of the Nancy Pelosi School of Negotiation, the Negoci. And what I've learned is you don't negotiate with sober people. Either the unmedicated take the donut, or they won't so much as get to play putt-putt golf.
Unless they have a pre-existing condition.
I have a pre-existing condition. You have a qualifying pre-existing condition? Yeah, for pain. I take opioids. I don't know how else I can get through to you people. Officer Sanders, you turned out to be as big of a disappointment as the rest of us on the force. Back me up here.
It's not fair that the 1% are getting all the free donuts with their opioids and the rest of us have to choke down English muffins. We should all be getting their sugary treats with sprinkles on them!
Well, I just think that people shouldn't be allowed to drive, bike, walk, or even wheelchair until they do so medicated.
Cunt!
Now the police department will do random inspections of your IDUI. The identification you're inoculated from road rage to ensure everyone can get home safely. Speaking of safety, now I'm concerned about the toxicity. Doesn't this eventually start shutting down your organs?
What are you doing?
You want to go for a drive, don't you? Don't you? I really want to go for a drive. Then everyone needs to get medicated. And you can go for a drive. Don't you think I know how much easier my life would be if I just gave up? Blissfully meandering one stoplight to the other, drifting off while mowing down a cornfield in my '07 Prius. Never having to feel the airbag of life smacking me in the face again. Still, something just doesn't sit in the passenger seat right with me. You know, I just think you haven't been properly motivated. How's about 2 donuts?
Well, that's not fair. I didn't get 2 donuts with my prescription refills.
Jack off. I must have gotten some powdered sugar down the round pipe.
Is that cream filling?
I might fold for 2 donuts.
Wait, did he mean that we can't golf cart in a 25 anymore? I'll take the donuts if he's not having any.
2 donuts.
Nummy, nummy,
Don't spill any powder on your chumpies.